We have some breaking news out of the U.S. Supreme Court. It's actually not news, but that's breaking news. Why? Because we have some major Second Amendment related cases pending before the Supreme Court, seeing whether or not the court's going to grant cert, and here are those cases. Specifically, we have the Antonyuk case out of the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, which deals with various issues, licensing sensitive places, and so on and so on. But I think the cases that are most likely to be granted cert involve the assault weapon case, the quote-unquote assault weapon ban out of Illinois. A series of cases there are still pending cert, no decision today. Now, historically, I would say I would start to get worried that maybe there's going to be a denial of cert here, and some justice wants time to write an opinion, a concurrence or a dissenting opinion saying they should have taken the case, for example. But this term, I've noticed, has been very slow. There's still 30 to 35 cases the court still has to issue opinions on between now and the really July 1st. That's a lot of work to do. They've had a lot of work associated with the emergency docket, which the liberals call the shadow docket, but you should not use that word. You should talk about the emergency docket where people are asking for emergency relief. I think there was a record number of cases where people sought emergency relief from the Supreme Court this term, and that takes work and time away from the U.S. Supreme Court, their normal schedule when they have to deal with emergency applications. So I think what's happening here, again, it could be good news that they're still looking at the Illinois cases and the Second Circuit case of Antonyuk, or it could be bad news that they're going to deny cert, but they still haven't gotten around to it yet because someone wants to write an opinion explaining why they were disheartened and disagreeing with that. So anyway, we will give you more information. I wanted to get you this information. We're not going to hear about a grant of cert for at least another week. So at least we're still in the hunt to be granted cert. I think one of the issues here is the Supreme Court has 30 plus cases. They're still trying to get the opinions out for this term. It's a lot of work, so they may just be slow in granting cert. They seem to be doing so. They've only granted cert for next term about 10 cases. Usually they get more than that out at this point. So I suspect part of what's going on here is they're just going slow because they had a very heavy workload. And I'm sure the liberals helped slow it down, because if you think about all this harassment of seeking justice, the various justices, like Justice Alito's request to recuse, which was denied, and of course trying to get Chief Justice John Roberts to testify before Congress. I'm sure all that headache slowed things down as well. But anyway, at the end of the day, I think we're going to see what happens involving the assault weapon case over the next few weeks, one way or the other. All right, there you have it, folks. Don't forget to follow me on X at 4boxofdonor. Subscribe here, and don't forget to check out my new book, Israel Disarmed: What the 10/7 Attack Teaches Americans About the Right to Bear Arms. We'll talk to you soon here at the 4 Boxes Diner.
Orders up. Table 2A.